Mike Gann, class assignment, writer and director.
Nice.
Hi, Samantha Smart, actor and class assignment.
Hi, I'm Clayton Ferris, I was in class assignment.
Hello, I'm Paul Silverpena, and I'm an actor in class assignment.
Taron Lexton directed Sun to Sun.
Meskimen acted in and wrote Son to Son.
I'm Inanna Sarkis. I directed, acted, and wrote in Jailbird.
Matthew Frost, I made Boomerang.
Great, thank you. So if we start with Matthew, with Boomerang, just wanted to know, how did you cast your Instagram cast?
Well, Paige, Atkinson's right here, and she's my main inspiration for the casting of all the Instagram stars. She's herself very active on Instagram, and she was the inspiration for the Instagram people. Yeah. But I mainly found them on Instagram. Yeah.
And I know that you have a handle. Did you really? Is that true?
Yeah. All the actual people who are the Instagram people are very active on Instagram. The main actress is not on Instagram anymore.
True. So, what was your process working with your lead?
Mackenzie Davis is an amazing actress, and she was I was very lucky to have her, because she brings so much to everything she does, and she was very into that feeling that she had, of quitting and then getting back to it, and then going back on Instagram and quitting again. So she was very she was very generous with her time with us. She's great. I'm the lucky one there.
And how did you orchestrate the chaos in the flat or apartment?
In the flat, the orchestrated. I mean, we had one. Obviously just handheld. We were shooting on Super 16. It was 400-foot mag, so you have very little time. Maybe 10 minutes, and so the chaos happens naturally. It takes much longer than you always need more time.
Well, it was very funny and really worked, so congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for all the comments.
And with Gilbert, I wrote down aesthetic. What were your inspirations there?
Well, I worked with Raul, Gonzo, who's a great director, who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. But he has a unique style, and he builds the set himself from scratch with his team. So I owe it to him for that, definitely.
And where did the story come from?
So the bird, the little plastic bluebird, it's supposed to be a metaphor for Twitter, and just how we get caught up in, I don't know, did anyone catch on to that?
I caught on to
it. So it's just how we get caught up in this social world, and we don't get to experience what's really going on around us.
And finally, I had a question about the song. Was that, I didn't catch who wrote it.
Yeah, I wrote it with a friend of mine.
Oh, very nice surprise.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I'm really sorry, guys. Can you remind me of the film?
Sun to Sun.
It's the one about the opioid crisis. I wrote it because I read an article in Freedom magazine about how opioid usage had created a spike in heroin usage. And that connection is very real, and it's really happening, and I was appalled by it. And came up with a scene in my head, wrote the script, and gave it to my friend Taron, who liked it.
And then we shot it. That's how we do it now.
Wonderful Nick Lane played my son. We both study acting at the Acting Center in Sherman Oaks, and we use the techniques there to learn it and develop it. And it's been having a nice effect as it's been in film festivals. And, unfortunately, the problem is becoming more and more Well, I guess it's good that it's well known, but it's too bad that it has to be so well known.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad that it's relevant.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And so was that a one-night shoot? On
Yeah,
location?
one night, yes.
Wow.
That was the crazy Oscar night where La La Land almost won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot
That's
of
how I
travel.
remember it. Yeah, yeah. That was fantastic.
Great, great. Thank you. Okay, guys. Yes. Having 3 characters in such a sustained, tense scene, I was just wondering, how do you guys sustain that for the entire shoot? How did you work?
I think with really good performances. I mean, my goal was to write something where I can hand it off to the actors and see if, like, you know, they could carry all the tension and suspense without much camera tricks and anything like that. And yeah, I was really happy with it. It was fun.
No, I'm really interested, like, how did you rehearse? Was it a long process?
We had a couple of days of rehearsal, but I mean, I think because we simplified some of the technical stuff, it was sort of, I mean, I saw it as a play that we were going to film and just have some perspectives on it in terms of like composition, but carry it through the performances. And I mean, it was very dramatic, and like the goal was that like either you commit or it's not going to work. And we didn't rehearse the gun. No, we didn't rehearse the gun. That shit just came out of nowhere. And I think it had a good effect. Yeah.
And I do have a question for your actors, but I just wondering also, where is it? It was a really delicately balanced point of view of all 3 characters, and I was just wondering how you approach that. It's very difficult for other people.
Like.
Oh, sorry, that was a question to you, sir. But,
Right.
and then I have one more thing.
Oh, I mean, I just tell all my characters in every movie that they are the hero of the movie. And like, you know, once you think in that perspective, it's great. Because, you know, no one's the bad person, and it's a battle. And I think that's where the drama lies, is that, I mean, no one in this world lives and thinks that they're the bad guy. Not even like terrible people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I saw in all 3 performances. How did you approach the roles?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I really loved Milena at first, and then watching it months later was very, very strange, because I just saw a woman who was lost and desperate and passionate and was finding it in strange ways, and I don't know, I was in love with her, and that's how I figured that out. Yeah.
I feel like I mainly do comedies normally, so it was a fun like challenge for me. But I mean, just that guy that's like worried about his house when like that's funny because that's all people are, you know. So I had fun playing with that.
What was the question again?
The question was, how do you approach this role?
And I mean, I'm just a naturally weird and awkward person, so
Like me.
being a weird and awkward person on screen was, you know, not too difficult. Yeah.
I think also, I can say, I think we also did a lot of work together, developing the relationships, making sure that Mike had trust in us in terms of, he wrote an incredible script, and throughout the rehearsal we also improvised a little bit, and he sort of said, you know, fuck the writer, which is himself. He said, we can play. What ended up happening was most of it was written, what was on the screen, but we worked really hard on developing what this was and what this was, and then what that would be. And by the incredible generosity of this guy and our crew, who on set basically created a really, really, really sacred space for us to have these moments that frankly I don't think we even remember and we see them on camera. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
More or less what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your
Thank you. Modern stuff. First of all, how did you connect to this this story?
So it's something we've heard about a couple of years ago. This is like happening in Los Angeles, in the U.S. And that was the generation of the idea. So we kind of, probably over 30 iterations of the script, wrote the wrong story like 10, 15 times, and then I ended up collaborating with a couple organizations. And we were really lucky actually partnering with a woman who was our consultant. And she's kind of the main reason the film is the way it is. So working hand in hand with somebody who had actually experienced this, and then bringing a level of authenticity. So that was
Great. And were you part of the process, the improvising process?
what do you mean?
Oh, sorry, your actors.
Oh, yeah.
Were they involved at that point?
Were we what?
At that point in the development, were you?
With her? Oh yeah. So we were there before Jessica actually. She's the expert that we were referring to, and so we kind of had our own relationship. Our relationship was kind of like the real strong thing from the jump. When Jessica came in and saw us do our thing, she saw us do it once and was like, that's it. But she did create, like she added a lot of authenticity to it, from, like you said, from having been in it.
Yeah. And as the actors, how did you approach the material on the day?
On the day, I just have to say with Jessica, I feel like things lined up in a really strange way. When I heard that I got the call back, yeah, I like jumped on full research mode, and I came across this YouTube video of this survivor speaking about this life here in Los Angeles, and I was really moved by her, so I really used her story to build a character. And then when we all met at like for our first session together, they said that a consultant was coming on board. It ended up being this fucking woman that I had seen on YouTube. And so
Everybody's crying, like.
yeah, I mean, you just can't, I don't know. I mean, things line up like that, and I felt really fortunate to have her feedback. Can't ask for that. That didn't happen.
That's great. Has she seen the finished film?
She has, yeah. I think she approved.
Well done. Congratulations. Sorry, so what was your film?
It was Killer Black.
Yes. Yeah. I was just really grateful we had that after these. They really hurt me. I wrote down effects. Like, how did you achieve those cuts?
I mean, that was just a great makeup artist. I mean, she had no money whatsoever to work with, and I really, was just someone that was really, really recommended by the producer who brought her on. She barely had any time to prep at all, because Will actually, the guy who's playing the cowboy, was shooting another movie, got on a plane, flew from Louisiana, came straight to our set. So she did all the preps with him on his face while he was waiting for Fred to do all Fred's inserts, and so there was no time at all. It was just, have a great crew.
Yeah. And how did the story come around?
Well, so it's the opening of the feature, which we're in development on at the moment, and I had this thought about just a reclusive author for years. Like, why had no one done a story? How would you know what someone looks like if there are no photos of an author who's hidden away in the woods for years? And I kind of just sat down and just wrote and just decided to have a bit of fun with it.
And what was it like working with your leads?
Well, it was great. I mean, I remember there was a moment when Will, there was one shot, he just stepped onto set, and unfortunately the shot didn't end up in the movie, but immediately right off the bat, it was a movie star. That's why I remember the DP and I, who's here tonight, Ben Mullen, who did a terrific job for us. We just looked at each other and was like, wow, this is really fantastic. And then Fred, who is just,
I wanted someone with a great voice. That was the key for me. It had to be somebody with a great voice. And someone who was kind of cuddly and lovable, and you know, you would like this guy. And so you hopefully would not see the turn coming. And then they just hit it off. And you know, then you almost get out of the way a little bit. You have to cast them well, work with them a little bit, and then also know when to step back and let them do their thing.
Well, the reversal worked really well, so thank you.
Thank you.
So I was going to say, how did you prepare for your character?
Oh man, how did I prepare? I was ready. No, we had some rehearsals. We had both talked about story together a bit of what we wanted to achieve, and just.
I think a lot of it was also you got to improvise on the day.
Sorry. Jenna also improvised a lot on the day, and you know, we were having a lot of fun, especially in the motel scene.
The hotel scene was almost, we had brief ideas of what we wanted out of that montage, but it really went off the page and ended up being entirely different from what we thought.
And as writing something set in the desert, was there any challenges that came from that? You just
Oh yeah, this one's a champ. He got attacked by ants, by these horrible ants, and had bites all over his body, and it was during a heat wave in Lancaster. We had an amazing crew who were just fantastic, and I can't speak highly enough of them.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming, and congratulations to you. Thank you guys. Please check out the masterclasses which begin tomorrow across the road, and thank you very much for coming out to celebrate short film.